What's good, y'all? Welcome to another video. And today we're going to talk about the 5 issues with this vehicle that Volkswagen should have addressed from the beginning. Now, when I get into this list, if y'all been watching my videos, some of these things y'all already have heard about, that I've talked about, and some of these things we haven't. So stay tuned, especially if you're in the market for Volkswagen, in particular a Volkswagen Tiguan. Let's get into the video. So first and foremost, y'all already know the biggest issue with this Volkswagen is the steering wheel. The steering wheel puts you through a whole bunch of bullshit. The alarm goes off, which brings up travel assist, and it keeps buzzing throughout the day, letting you know that, hey, something's up with your travel assist, even though the issue is really the steering wheel. If you don't talk to Volkswagen to tell you to get a steering wheel, they'll never fix the issue because they don't know what else it is. And if you do tell them that you do need a new steering wheel, usually they're gonna put you to the side. You're gonna have to wait months and months, sometimes years like I did, to even get a replacement steering wheel. So by far, no question, the biggest issue with this vehicle is the steering wheel. You do need to get addressed. And if y'all do have issues with y'all steering wheel, make sure you check out one of my last videos with the Volkswagen Tiguan, literally explaining what you need to do, especially for a temporary fix until you can get your new steering wheel. So another issue I've run into, the memory seats. I haven't seen anybody mention this, but I'm gonna go ahead and mention it now because this is the issue that I've dealt with already in the past. So when you set your seats, right, you have 3 settings on the side of your driver's seat to set based on your liking and how you like to drive. You can set it and everything will work for a while. And then after a while, everything will just go blank. Now, usually something like this happens when your battery dies, but if your battery doesn't die, this is not something that usually tends to happen. So my battery never died, nothing ever reset, and for some reason, my seats got reset. My seats just completely lost their memory of what I set them to, and I had to set them again. Something like that isn't the biggest of deals, but it's annoying because if you set your seat to a specific setting and you get back in your car and somebody else is driving your car, you want that to work when it's supposed to work. It hasn't. So that's another issue that I ran into that, again, Volkswagen just needs to do better with and address. This is a 2022. There's no excuse for that. Number 3, the headlights. So in particular, one headlight. This car is the R line, so it has slightly different headlights than the regular version of the Tiguan, right? So before I purchased this vehicle, according to the salesman, this was a vehicle that was being showcased in some type of NASCAR museum, something along those lines. It was being showcased as, the new car coming up. I was the first person to get this vehicle in my area because they didn't have any on the lot on sale or whatever. It was just that one that they had, and they just literally took it from there, brought it to the dealership, I got it, and I drove off. Now, for some reason, the daytime running lights on one headlight has faded over the time. It's gotten worse and worse as time passed, but it's supposed to be bright, a bright daytime running light like y'all are accustomed to seeing, but for some reason, this one is damn near out completely. It's very, very dull, like it has a short in it for some reason or not. I don't know why. I went to the dealership. They don't know why. They said they'd never seen something like this before. Who knows? They could be lying just to, get me out the door to make it seem like it's not that serious. But again, this is an issue that I ran into that it just screws up the look of the car. So now when I'm driving, one side looks super dull, the other side look good, right? So that's just an issue, again, that's annoying. It's not the end of the world, but it's like, bro, why is this an issue on a 2022 vehicle? I haven't even had this car for 3 years yet, and these are all issues that I'm running into before even 3 years have came up. So again, that's an issue for me. I don't like that, but it is what it is. Number 4, Apple CarPlay. So when you tend to hook up maybe 3 or more phones up to the system, it just goes haywire. For some reason, you jump in the car, it doesn't read your phone. And if it does read your phone, you'll click like the app button. And once you click the app button, it'll show that your phone is available to hook up, but it won't hook up to it. You know, then you could go back to media or phone and hook your phone up through Bluetooth, and sometimes that'll work. But then when you try to go back to Apple CarPlay, it doesn't read your phone anymore. Has to be a glitch in the system. Once again, I don't know how that's an issue, but it reads one side of a phone on the Bluetooth function, but on the Apple CarPlay function, it don't read it. So that's just like, okay, I mean, damn, I get in this car, I want to use my Apple CarPlay, I can't, but I could listen to music on my Bluetooth, but I can't be on my maps on my screen, infotainment screen that's in the center of the car, right? Which leads to another issue, which is 5, the infotainment gauge, actually the speedometer, like the gauge in front of you, right? So the gauge in front of you has a map, but the map has nothing to do with Apple CarPlay that's on the infotainment screen. So if I put in a destination through the infotainment screen and I have my eyes fixated to the road, I have a map literally in my line of sight within my speedometer. But for some reason, Apple CarPlay doesn't transfer over to there. Now they do have a feature where it'll show just arrows. So for example, if I'm driving, it'll have an arrow in the speedometer to tell me to make a left. But it won't showcase the whole route like every other map does in history to show me where I'm going and how I'm getting there. It'll just show an arrow, like it'll pop up left, arrow pop up right. So it's not really, I would say, the most useful, because if you're really driving on the road and you just happen to miss an arrow, you're done. But if it was more so like the Apple CarPlay or just Google Maps, and I had a showcase of the whole map, I can know, okay, my turn's coming up here. I could see what street it is, all of the above. It would just be easier for me to not even have to take my eyes off of the road. The map is already there in front of me, and I'll be able to use it. So it sucks because you have a huge map in front of you that you really can't use. It's for show. It look good for show. You know, people jump in the car, oh, that's a digital dash, you got the map in, that look good. But that's about it. You know, it's really not useful at all. Those are my issues with this vehicle. If y'all ever had a 2022 Tiguan and you had any of these issues, get in the comment section below. Let me know how y'all fixed it, if y'all fixed it, or if y'all just said, fuck it, let me sell it, I don't want to deal with it. For me, this is a lease, as y'all may know from my previous videos, so I will be out of this vehicle sooner than not, which I'm actually very happy about, because I'm over it. I'm definitely over it. I did say I probably would never own a Volkswagen again, but to be fair, if I did, I probably would have something like the GTI or Golf R. That would probably be it. Other than that, I can't really see myself dealing with a Volkswagen, and those are reaches too. I probably still wouldn't do that, but if I possibly did and there was nothing else available for me, I probably would take those. But yeah, y'all get in the comment section below. Let me know if y'all had any of these issues, and if y'all like this video, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and just like that, I'm out of here. Peace.